Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a really long time. I think the last video I made was when Wind Tribe Claude came out, so hi, I'm back sort of. Hope you're all doing well. I have kind of been thinking for a while now that I really miss the FEH community, and I'm still personally playing the game, and while I'm not, playing competitively or anything, I still do really miss the community, and you guys are a lot of fun, and I miss all you guys, honestly. And I've been thinking I kind of want to come back to YouTube. I've already officially come back to Twitter, so I guess YouTube is next. Honestly, I don't really know what I want to do with the channel or how consistent it's going to be, but I figured I would just hop on here, do a quick summoning video, and talk about how I've been, how FEH has been, and kind of just what I see for the future of the channel. So I have got a bunch of orbs I'm going to be summoning on the Ike banner. Honestly, the colors I'm mainly going for are red and green. I might do a couple of colorless too, since there's some good fodder there, but honestly, I'm really just going to be focusing on red and green. These orbs might not be enough to get me to the spark, so I might have to pause to go grind some more orbs, but this is the last day of the banner, so I really wanted to get this done. And I've also got 2 free summons here, which we can actually probably start with. So we will start with the last year baby banner. So honestly, I already have Armored Beacon. I was really hoping to go colorless for Rebecca because I could actually really use some finished 3 fodder, but alas, clearly they decided not to give me that. So maybe I'll go blue because I don't have that duo. Mark and Lynn? Maybe? No. My free summons have not been lucky lately. I feel like it's been so long since I last got a 5-star. But to be honest, I didn't really need this unit anyway. I feel like nowadays when they rerun seasonal banners, like even the ones just from last year, it feels like the power creep has gotten just to such insane levels that it is very hard to find a unit from previous years that is actually still relevant nowadays. Unless, of course, you like the unit. Like, if you like a unit, still worth going for, but just meta-wise, it's been moving so quickly, and honestly, that's part of the reason why I don't really consider myself a competitive player anymore. It's gotten to the point where I pull new units, because I still do summon on banners. Like, I'm not hoarding my orbs. As you can see, I don't even have that many. Oh, awesome. I actually got a merge for her. I am trying to merge her up, so let's go do that now, actually. Go unlock her potential. I literally know nothing about her. I know she's Sonia's sister, but I thought she was pretty, so I decided to build her. Where am I blind? Oh, she was 3-star, that's why. Hold on, just a sec. And speaking of units who have +10, there are a lot of units who I have +10 since the last time I made a Barracks Showcase, which was, I think, like over a year and a half ago at this point, maybe even 2 years. So that is one of the things that I do want to do in the coming few weeks, is do an updated Barracks Showcase, because as I was saying, I am summoning on new banners, but honestly, I don't really care about a lot of the characters who are put out there. So I am just like foddering off all these super meta units and giving their fodder to my less than optimal favorite characters. But to me, it's worth it. So anyway, back to the summoning video. So yeah, it just feels like unless someone has really unique support, like for example, I've really been enjoying using Citrine because I feel like her support of copying the positive effects that she has on herself and giving them to allies within 2 spaces, that is really unique. And that's something that, even though as a combat unit, she's pretty good, she can nuke people with like Iceberg, but really the main reason I still use her is because of support. Whereas someone who's just really good in combat, they're probably going to be power crept within the less than 6 months, or maybe even less than that. Like, take a look at Wind Tribe Claude. I have him at +10 now. I still really love him, and I still use him frequently, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he is meta, because he is not meta anymore. He still does really well against most of the units in this game, but obviously the way the meta works in this game is that there are a handful of units who you keep seeing. And the 2 units who are really strong right now and who he struggles immensely against are the new legendary Ike, or I guess what's the word? Is legendary Emblem Ike. My bad. And duo Byleth. Is that what they're duo? Are they a duo or harmonic? Duo. I guess they are from the same game. It's just weird because they never exist in parallel in the same universe. So I'm like, should they technically be harmonic? I don't know. Anyway, this unit is everywhere and Claude does not do well against them. So yeah. But I still use him. I play Ether Raids, but I don't really... Honestly, most weeks... So I work 9 to 5 now. I have a 9 to 5 job. And because of that, because the arena season and AR season and everything ends on Mondays, I usually forget to do AR on Mondays. So most weeks I'm just going back and forth between the vault and what's the tier below that? What tier 23 and then like back up to the vault the next week and whatever. Yeah, I don't necessarily care enough to maintain the vault because, first of all, I'm just so busy with real life stuff. And second of all, I just want to keep using my plus 10 Ninja Camilla. I want to use the Wind Tribe Claude. I want to use my plus 10 Brave Claude. I have given my Brave Claude a bunch of crazy new skills. And he's actually pretty good with them, but there are still a lot of people who he loses against. So, you know, there are weeks where, like, I'll use all 7 or 8 of my ladders. I don't remember if we're at 7 or 8 now. And then just, like, lose a couple matches. So that's why I'm, like, I'm not really competitive anymore. I don't consider myself competitive, but I do still consider myself someone who plays this game on a daily basis. And I do still summon for skills, I do still give them to my characters, but I'm definitely not up there in terms of Ether Raids anymore. I'm still pretty competitive in Arena because I do have a lot of plus 10 units who score well in Arena, and I have 2 plus 10 legendaries, so obviously most seasons I'm covered, I score pretty well. I don't play Summoner duels, and I haven't for probably about 2 years. So I'm not playing that. I don't even know what else people are competitive about in this game nowadays. Also, we are not getting a lot of red and green stones. As I said that, more showed up, which is awesome. Let's see if we can get someone here. Not such good luck so far. But anyways, where have I been? Well, as you guys know, I graduated in the fall of 2022, so it's been about 1.5 years since I graduated, and then about 4 or 5 months after I graduated, I did move out, actually, from my parents' house, so been living on my own with my partner. Well, I guess on my own is not the right term, but you know what I mean, like away from the parents with my long-term partner, so we've been living together for over 1 year now. We moved in together January last year, so I just feel like people who are in college or university, like, you don't realize how much easier your life is than afterwards. Like, obviously exams suck, assignments suck. I absolutely, like, hated that part of school. But just, like, the amount of adult responsibilities that you don't have yet in university, especially if you have the privilege of living at home with your parents, there's just so much stuff that you have to do. Like, I'm constantly cleaning, I'm constantly doing housework at home, I'm constantly, like, even just, like, coming home after work at, like, 7 p.m. some days and cooking dinner. It's like, that's all I have energy to do, which is so crazy because I feel like I used to do a lot more. But the 9 to 5 grind, which is oftentimes later than 5, my job is pretty demanding and I'm often putting in extra hours, it's just so tiring and it's so hard to find energy to do anything else. And I think that's a big part of the reason why, like, because I've been focusing on that and just trying to, like, stay afloat, trying to excel at my job. Like, I don't know if I've ever talked about this before on the channel, but, like, I'm very much, like, a perfectionist and I have really high standards for the work that I do. And so, like, that's something that I take to my job. And honestly, I'm a little bit of a workaholic. Never thought I would be, but I definitely am. So I put so much mental and physical energy into my job that, like, now I have to put mental and physical energy into my home as well. I also have a pet rabbit who, he's honestly not super high maintenance, but, like, that's another thing that, you know, takes up time, energy, money. So just, like, lots of adulting going on. And honestly, I am really proud of myself, how far I've come. I feel like back when I was in university, it really was not my thing. Like, I was doing okay. I still graduated with an okay average. But just that format of, like, tests and exams and constant, like, deadlines and everything, it was just not my thing. And it obviously doesn't help that, like, the degree that I was in was super challenging. I was actually doing 2 degrees at the same time. So now I have graduated out 2 degrees, yay. But definitely something that was very demanding and taking up a lot of my time and energy. And I really felt like I wasn't thriving back in university. Whereas I feel like now that I'm in a job that I enjoy, that I know I'm really good at, I feel like this is finally my chance to kind of feel like I'm peaking again. I know that sounds really sad to say, but honestly, like, throughout university, I was like, damn, did I peak in high school? Like, is this it for me? Is it really, there's no more up from here? But honestly, it does get better, guys. College can suck, university can suck, and I know I was literally just saying, like, oh my god, there's so many more responsibilities after you graduate, which is true, but it's also better. Like, the amount of freedom you have, the amount of things that you can just do at any time, like, I live in the downtown core of my city now, which is, I'm really privileged and thankful to be able to do. So, like, I actually use the bike share program in my city, so anywhere I want to go, I can just hop on a bike and be there within 20 or 30 minutes. It's super amazing. If I want to go for a walk at 10 p.m., no one's going to stop me. If I want to go, like, buy a burger at midnight, no one's going to stop me. There are just, like, so many things that I couldn't really do when I was living at home and when I was in university. And I'm just like, I can do all these things now. I can, like, literally do whatever I want as long as, as long as it's not illegal, as long as I can afford it. But yeah, that's not to say that it's not a struggle, because it definitely is a struggle. And I will say, like, getting used to that 9-to-5 grind, and, like, every week is just like, oh, Monday morning I'm tired and dreading the week. And then by the time Thursday comes around, I'm like, oh my god, it's almost the weekend. I'm so excited. And then Friday comes around, and Friday's the best day of the week. And then Saturday is the second best day of the week, because you can do a lot of fun stuff. And then Sunday for me, and I think for a lot of, like, 9-to-5 corporate job workers, it's just like dreading Monday. So every week is pretty much the same. Obviously, like, getting to do things like vacation, getting to spend time with friends, getting to do some of my hobbies, those all help. But definitely a routine that I'm still enjoying and still, happy that I'm able to do. And that kind of ties into, like, I feel like now I've kind of settled down in a place of my career. I hopefully will be getting a promotion really soon at work, which is super exciting. My personal life is going pretty well. And I feel like I kind of have time to take a step back and now focus on the things that I feel like I've kind of put on hold. And one of those is really, like, YouTube and, like, social media and just in general the FEH community. So that's why I'm back. I've been thinking about it honestly for a few months. But just the other day I was watching a stream from Joel from FEHology, and I realized I hadn't really watched any streams or videos or anything from the FEH community in such a long time. And just, like, getting to see people in the chat interacting and, like, talking about stuff, I'm like, it really made me miss things. I miss a lot of things. So I kind of want to come back. And as much as, like, I feel like I don't really know what I want to do yet with this channel. I don't necessarily feel like I have a niche anymore like I used to with Ether raids, but I would still like to do something. And I don't want to hold myself back any longer just because I don't have it all perfectly planned out. And actually, if you guys don't know, my chosen career path of choice is, like, project management. So I plan things down to the T all the time. Everything's got to have a list. Everything's got to be on a schedule, etc., etc. So for me, it's actually a little scary, kind of just jumping back into this with no concept of, like, what's going to be my next video. I really don't know. And that was one of the reasons why I quit in the first place, actually, because it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do next. And I just feel like I'm letting you guys down if I can't be delivering content on a consistent basis. So I might as well just stop altogether, which obviously is, like, a really bad attitude. And it's not something that I want to have right now. Maybe I'll go a month without posting a video. Maybe I'll go even longer, but I kind of want to reclaim that relationship where I'm like, if I feel like putting something out there, I should just be able to do it. And I shouldn't have to worry about, the pressures that I was feeling before when making YouTube content. So yeah, I'm finally in a place where I feel like I can say that. It'll probably be easier said than done. But it's something that I want to challenge myself to do, and I do want to come back because I really do miss you guys. I miss doing this. This was actually something that I had so much fun doing over the pandemic. And kind of as, like, real life started setting in, it was something that it was harder to get back into, but I really want to. So yeah, Back to Faye, though. We are 34 summons in and no 5 stars, so my luck has been pretty bad. So let's see if we can get anything before the spark, because if not... Oh, okay, cool. 5 in one circle is definitely nice. And I'm hoping at least 2 of them would be a 5-star. Please, that would be really nice. I would especially like to get Ike, or Camilla merges, because my Camilla right now is only like +1. I just haven't had the orbs to be able to go spend on merges for her, so please, please, one of these 2 green orbs, please be Camilla. Probably not going to be. Probably just wishful thinking on my part. Oh my god. Alright, one last try. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. This one I won't even go quickly through. I'll just let it take its time. Hopefully we see the smoke. And it's a 3-star. I love that. Super awesome. Super cool. So just a couple more. We're gonna be ballsy. We're gonna assume there's only 1. There you go. There's only 1 green anyway. I hope this is Camilla. Either way, my rate is at 1150, so I feel like I'm gonna have to keep summoning. That is a 3-star. That is so sad. That is horrible. Wow. 0 5-stars up to 40 summons. And I wasn't even color sniping, okay? To me, if you're pulling 2 colors, that is not color sniping. And of course, I understand if you pull the full circles, your rates are better, but like, I just straight up do not want the units on blue or colorless. I really don't, unless I had no choice. Because I really want Camilla, really want Ike, and that's pretty much it. Honestly, I think we're probably going to spark Ike just because his emblem effect is pretty good, and also his fodder is really good. I honestly don't super pay attention to a lot of the new skills that come out. Like, I don't really watch trailers anymore, like the trailers that Faye posts, but I have been told this skill does basically everything, so I'd like to get it, just to have for fodder. Although honestly, for me, melee infantry units is the class of units that I actually use the least. So hello, Ike. Sucks that I had to spark you. I was really hoping to get you otherwise. And yeah, I mean, I have literally a 12% rate. I will BRB real quick just to get some orbs, and then we'll go back in for a little bit. Alrighty, orbs have been acquired. We're gonna go back in. Hopefully don't have to spend too many orbs. Love, we're not getting any greens. This is gonna be the unit who I want the least. It's gonna be Emblem. No, it was not Emblem. So at least we can go back in. Because once I break this rate, I am out. I wish I wasn't even going any further, to be honest. And I make this mistake way too often. I'm like at a high rate and then Sylvia again. Cool. Not cool. I just want some greens so I can get Camilla, please. I just want a 5-star. Like, is that so much to ask? Is that really too much to ask? Wrong Nino. I would even take a Nino at this point. I want to be free from this horrible, awful banner. So, still no summons. Still no 5-stars. Wow. I'm getting more and more desperate. Please, one of these, please be a 5-star. Guys, this game hates me. This game absolutely hates me. They're like, we know you haven't made a video in a long time. Wrong Camilla! Oh my god. Sorry. We know you haven't made a video in a long time, so we are going to give you the absolute most dry summoning session ever, so that literally the only interesting things in this video are you talking, which isn't even that interesting, let's be honest. Okay. I am really upset. I'm at 12.5. Still no 5-stars. PRB again. Alright guys, last shot. I really don't want to buy any more orbs. I really don't want to have to go back into this banner at all anymore. This is just horrendous. And of course, this is Python, not Camilla. Of course, they don't want to give me anything good. They hate me. They want me to just die. Just kidding, but also maybe not really. Wow. Alright, come on guys. It's gotta be this. I don't have the mental energy for anything else. Okay, last shot. This really is the last shot. Please, there's smoke. Oh my god, this is just like rubbing salt in the wound because she pity broke me, I think, 2 or 3 times on the same banner when I was trying to plus 10 New Year's Fafnir. So anyways, that is it for the summoning session, I guess. They did not want to be nice to me today, so the hull, let's take a look at the hull. It was bad. So we got Fina, 4-star special, an Ike, which was sparked, a Ranulf, and that's it. And a bunch of 4 stars and 5 stars. Sorry, 3 stars. So yeah, pretty horrible luck. To be honest, I do still have a couple of free-to-play orbs left to grind, so I might just do that off camera and then just hopefully finish out this pity rate, because I hate seeing the number that big. 13%. I don't think I've ever actually gotten to a number that big on one of these banners. So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to this super long, rambly video. I hope it was at least semi-entertaining, even though the summoning was horrible. Do let me know in the comments if there's any kind of content that you specifically would like to see, because right now what I'm thinking is like more summoning videos in the future, doing a barrack showcase, and maybe just some individual unit showcases of some of the really cool builds I have, because I feel like the units that I use, a lot of them are not necessarily units that other people are using or are still using, so I think that could be cool to do. But aside from that, I kind of don't really have any ideas because I don't play competitively anymore. And, you know, Phoenix Master and Joel have got y'all covered for the analysis content, so yeah. Anyways, thank you guys again so much. I really missed you guys. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!